LA loves, welcome to my channel. Let's discuss with author LA Logan. On today, we're going to talk about a subject that I keep being asked about, something that I mentioned several videos ago but never elaborated on, and I keep being asked about it. And because we were kind of looking for something light to talk about this time around, I decided I'll go ahead and address it. What am I talking about? Inquiring minds want to know. Well, I'll give you a hint. It has to do with dating. Ring any bells? If not, I advise you stop now, go back and look for the videos, Dating in 2020, and once you've reviewed those, come back and check out the rest of the discussion. For those of you that know what I'm talking about, are you ready to get into it? Let's discuss. Hey guys, so yeah, how's everybody doing on this Wednesday evening? How's your day been? How are you doing? How's your family doing? Are you staying safe? Are you staying healthy? Are you still supporting the movement? What's your day been looking like? We've all got a lot going on. There are a lot of things going on in the world, and we've been talking about them. And so today, just based off of how heavy everything has been and based on some questions that I've received for discussion topics, I decided to make this video a little light. So many of you know that have been following me, 2020 was going to be the year that I got my entire life. I decided to start traveling more, starting to do more things that I would normally put off, and open myself up to dating. Something that I didn't think I was ready for, but hey, I was like, it's 2020, I might as well do that. And we kind of talked about, being open to dating and being prepared because it's a new age. Once you've been off of the dating scene for a while, it's kind of foreign getting back out there, if you know what I mean. So I did just that. I got back out into the dating scene, and I think on one particular video, I'd even talked about or mentioned that I had been out on a couple dates. Well, I've had several people ask me, LA, what's the tea? What was the date like? Did you go out with the same person? Was it a different person? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Well, Corona happened, guys. So of course I kind of forgot about it. Well, I didn't forget about it because that makes it sound like it wasn't a memorable date. It's just that things got in the way of me being able to follow up and let you know what happened. And plus, I kind of wanted to see where it was going to go. I wanted to give it a little bit of time. So here we are, time on our hands still. Although my state is starting to open up, we've moved to phase 2. I don't care what phase they move to. I just know what makes me feel comfortable, and being out amongst the folks out in public ain't it. I'm still quarantining. I'm sorry. I go out when I have to go out, and that's just what works for me. But I will say quarantine has been a positive thing in a way. It's kind of been the reset. The reset button was hit for me on a few things, and one of them happened to be dating. So I guess I should go ahead and get into it. So I did. I went out on a couple of dates with a particular individual. They were very nice. I was pleasantly surprised at how well it went, being that I had not been out on a date in a while. And I just know how I am. You show me one little sign, and it don't have to be big. I mean, just poquito, and I'm out. I'm done. And so I charged myself not to do that this go around. So I went out on a few dates. And again, this was pre-quarantine lockdown. And it was right on the cusp of the lockdown taking place. So I went out on a few dates, and they were great. I enjoyed it. We clicked, I was comfortable going out on the date with this individual. The dates that I went out on, I think I went out on a total of maybe 4 dates before quarantine shut it down. So anyway, I enjoyed it, had a good time, was looking forward to the next date. Well, then quarantine happened. And you know, one thing about not being able to go anywhere, you're forced to have to, your form of communication is talking, you know, and you got to talk on the phone. I learned how to do Facebook Messenger, where you talk face to face, Zoom, Duo. I've learned all these different options to be able to communicate with someone face to face if you don't have an iPhone. So I started to pick up on some stuff during these conversations, and I'm thinking that some of the stuff was probably there when I was going out on the dates, but for whatever reason I was overlooking them, or I just didn't pick up on it. I don't know, but I was able to pick up on it during conversation. And long story short, it led me to understand that although they were a good person and I enjoyed the dates that we went out on, we just weren't in the same headspace, or you know, we weren't in the same place in life as far as expectations. Although we both had a goal of marriage, that we wanted to date with the purpose of getting married, meeting someone that we're compatible with and can marry. Where I am at in life is not the same place where this individual is in life, and I wasn't willing to hold still, or you know, hold in place until they reached where I needed them to be in order for me to be comfortable with them. So I kind of had to make that plain. And talking about an uncomfortable conversation, especially somebody nice, they're not, you know, it's not like they're giving you, you know, player vibes or womanizer vibes or any of those things that normally will run you away. But you know, like I've told you guys before, you've got to make sure you have yourself together in certain areas in order to be able to seriously date someone. Now, if you're just out here wanting to casually date, you don't have any expectations, you're not wanting to be married, you're not wanting a serious commitment, you're not wanting somebody who can add to your life or somebody that you can continue to excel with, then by all means date. Just be a serial dater. Just be out there dating anything that'll date you back. But if you are someone who is dating with a purpose, and you know exactly what you need or what you want, there's no reason to compromise. You know, I would much rather be by myself than to be with someone just to be able to say, girl, I got a husband, I was married now. You know, I don't want to be that. I don't want that. That's not my testimony. I want to be married to someone I am fully compatible with, and that we have like-minded goals, and that we're like-minded. And so, unfortunately, that just wasn't the case with this particular gentleman. Now, don't get me wrong, we're still cool. There was no hard feelings. You know, once he understood what I was trying to say, we're still cool. We still do talk periodically. But as far as dating, seriously dating, or dating thinking it's going somewhere, no. I made it very clear it wasn't going anywhere for me. And therefore, it truly was just going to stay at a friendship level, not to go any further. So that's how that particular situation ended up. But I'm glad I did it. It hasn't fully made me think I don't want to date anymore, because I have met other people since I met him. And what is so crazy is I meet them organically. Like, I'm not out looking for them. I'm not on any dating apps, although I've had several people offer that to me, but that's just not me. I'm not there yet. I've either met someone through a mutual friend, or I've met them organically, like at the store, or when I was just out and about. But now that we're on lockdown, I'm not meeting anybody. So I'm holding phone conversations with a few people. And I've not committed to any dates because, again, Rona is still running rampant, and she don't care. She's so disrespectful. Like, she has no respect. None. But anyway, I'm not ready to get out and date because I'm not ready to get out. I'm just not there yet. So I've just been doing phone conversations, and you know, I'm going to see where it goes. I'm not going to give up on dating in 2020. It might end up being a Zoom date at this point where you have your food, I'm gonna have my food, and we'll sit here and we'll talk to each other. It might end up being that way. I don't know. But I'm encouraged and I'm still excited about dating. I am excited about it, about being able to go out and actually share a meal with someone once everything is clear enough for me to feel comfortable to go out. So yeah, that's kind of what happened with that situation that I mentioned, that I went out on a few dates. You know, I tried, I did everything I can, everything I could to try to see where it would go, and it's not going nowhere. It's just not. And again, he's a good person, nothing negative towards him. It's just that we're in two different places in life, and I just know what I'm willing to accept and not accept, because I'm too old. I'm sorry. I'm not 20 anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. So how are you all doing with dating in 2020 and during the quarantine? How are you keeping it interesting? And if you are dating someone, what are you all doing to, to keep the interest there and to make sure you're still connected? If you're not dating, what's holding you back from dating? What are some things that you're concerned about? You know, it's hard as a woman, I think, a single woman, because you're supposed to let a man find you. But what I'm finding are there are not a lot of men out there looking for anything serious. They're just looking for something to do, something to pass time, or they just, they're not looking for a true, full commitment, long lasting, that would lead to marriage. So I don't know, guys. Again, I'm not going to give up. I'm hopeful that the right person will find me. But in the meantime, I'm still going to date. I'm still going to try it out. As long as it's something I'm comfortable with and I feel like there's a potential there. I'm not just dating anybody just to be dating them. I'm not doing that. I'm not wasting anybody's time, because I don't think that's fair. Just like the gentleman that I had been out with a few times and have been talking to, I didn't think it would have been fair to him to continue actively dating him, knowing where his mindset was, is that everything was great. And I knew for me, it absolutely wasn't, and that we needed to have that conversation. So you got to be fair to people, be upfront, be honest, and be honest with yourself, keep it real. So anyway, guys, it was just a little lightweight conversation on tonight. Nothing heavy. We've been dealing with heaviness the past several weeks, and we just needed a little something light. But we're not forgetting that you need to register to vote, not forgetting that you need to know when your primary elections are held in your state, not forgetting to talk to those that we know that are felons who think they can't vote, making sure they get registered, not forgetting that we need to be working within our community to try to bridge the gap and make us be one, help us to become one, where we're not fighting with each other or killing each other. And we're definitely not going to forget about Ahmad. We're not going to forget about George. We're not going to forget about Brianna and countless others. We're going to continue to pray. We're going to continue to support, and we're going to continue to do what we have to do so that there is actual change in the justice system and how we are treated within the community, within the world. So if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. If it's not your first time, welcome back. I'm glad that you decided to join in on the discussion. I ask that you click the like button. I ask that you click the subscribe button, and I ask that you click the bell, because the bell is going to tell you whenever content has been loaded to this channel. I also want to ask to share. I'm trying to grow our channel. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers, and we're almost there. I just need you to share the video so that we can get other people to join in on the discussions and talk to us about, let us know what subjects they might want to hear. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I thank you for your support and your prayers. Let's not forget to pray one for another. We are in this together, and we're all one. It's about treating each other like we are a human. It doesn't matter what color we are, what race, what religion we are, what side of town we live on, none of that. What matters is that we're all human, and we need to treat each other as such. And as long as we treat each other that way and treat each other with love, love will always be the light that will dim out the darkness of hate. Don't forget that. So I'm going to get out of here because I didn't want to keep you long on tonight, but I do want to leave you with this. Remember, the plans for your life have already been designed. It's just up to you to trust the planner. Have a good one, everybody.